Shri Namaha. So we'll start today's session with Rudram. We worked through Lagunyasam and I posted some learning recordings for the 2 Dhyana shlokas. So right now, I think we'll get into the Shanti prayer that is traditionally chanted before Namakam. And then if we have some time at the end, then we can practice chanting all of Lagunyasam as far as we get. So I posted some documents. It would be called Rudram Shanti Parta in the Rudram folder. So you can look at that in your language. And this Shanti prayer is actually one of the verses taken from Chamakam. It's the 3rd verse or the 3rd Anuvakam. And in most traditions, it's chanted as a Shanti prayer. A lot of suktas have a certain Shanti prayer that is traditionally chanted before it. So for Rudram, they've taken one of the verses from Chamakam.
Okay.
You want to put the Shruti?
D sharp?
Sure. So we'll start with the Ganapati prayer. Om Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna-vadanam dhyayet sarva-viknopashantaye. Shanchame mayascha
Shanchame mayascha Shanchame mayascha
Priyanchame nukamascha
Priyanchame nukamascha Priyanchame nukamascha
Kamascha saumanasascha
Kamascha saumanasascha Kamascha saumanasascha
Shanchame mayascha Priyanchame nukamascha
Shanchame. Ekta, I just remembered. I don't think we shared the link with anyone. So this link keeps changing every class, right? So,
Good point.
okay. What's happening there? That's what I was Googling earlier. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that.
Shanchame mayascha Priyanchame nukamascha
Shanchame mayascha Priyanchame nukamascha Shanchame mayascha Priyanchame nukamascha.
So in this verse, we just want to watch for holding after may in certain circumstances, like in may priyanchame. So there's a slight pause.
Okay.
We're holding on the ip. Shanchame mayascha priyanchame nukamascha kamascha
Shanchame mayascha Priyanchame nukamascha kamascha. Shanchame mayascha Priyanchame nukamascha kamascha.
Saumanasascha me bhatramascha bhadrancha me.
Saumanasascha me bhadrancha me. Saumanasascha me bhadrancha me.
Shreyascha me vasyascha me.
Shreyascha me vasyascha me. Shreyascha me vasyascha me.
Yashascha me bhagascha me.
Yashascha me bhagascha me. Yashascha me bhagascha me.
Travirnancha me yantacha me.
Dravinancha me yantacha me. Dravinancha me yantacha me.
Saumanasascha me bhadrancha me. Shreyascha me vasyascha me.
Saumanasascha me bhadrancha me. Shreyascha me vasyascha me. Saumanasascha me bhadrancha me. Shreyascha me vasyascha me.
Yashascha me bhagascha me. Travinancha me yantacha me.
Yashascha me bhagascha me dravinancha me yantacha me. Yashascha me bhagascha me dravinancha me yantacha me.
Bhartacha me kshemascha me.
Dhartacha me kshemascha me. Dhartacha me kshemascha me.
Dhrutischa me vishvancha me.
Dhritischa me vishvancha me. Dhritischa me vishvancha me.
Mahascha me samvitcha me.
Mahascha me samvitcha me. Mahascha me samvitcha me.
Bhartacha me kshemascha me. Dhrutischa me.
Dhartacha me kshemascha me. Dhritischa me. Dhartacha me kshemascha me. Dhritischa me.
Vishvancha me mahascha me samvitcha me.
Vishvancha me mahascha me samvitcha me. Vishvancha me mahascha me samvitcha me.
So if you go in the Rudram folder, there's a new doc for the Rudram Shanti Pata. So you can look at that one.
There are some errors in this text.
What's that from?
This is from Swami Iyer.
Yeah.
So
You can look at the Devanagari.
yeah, that's what I was
that
trying to
put
look at
in.
it here. Maybe it's synced to this.
Or I can just turn it this way a little.
The main thing here are those matras. The may, some goes down, some stays at the same level. So
Yeah, so it takes some time to get used to it. Do pay attention because it changes quite a bit, and it just takes some time to pick it up.
do you guys have the text? The Devanagari folder? It's the same? Okay. Or sorry, the Rudram folder.
Okay. So let's try from the beginning slowly all together.
I'm good.
Shancha me mayascha me priyancha me nukamascha me kamascha me
सौमनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणं च मे यन्ता च मे भर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे
We stop there. Okay. All right. So going on. Nyatrancha me suscha me.
ज्ञात्रं च मे सुश्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सुश्च मे
Prasuscha me sirancha me.
प्रसूश्च मे सीरं च मे प्रसूश्च मे सीरं च मे
Layascha marutancha me.
लयश्च मर्तं च मे लयश्च मर्तं च मे
Layascha marutancha me mrutancha me.
लयश्च मर्तं च मे मृतं च मे लयश्च मर्तं च मे मृतं च मे
Cha me mrutancha me yakshmancha me.
च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे
Cha me mrutancha me yakshmancha me.
च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे
Cha me yakshmancha me namayacha me.
यक्ष्मं च मे नाम यच्च मे च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नाम यच्च मे
Cha me yakshmancha me namayacha me.
च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नाम यच्च मे च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नाम यच्च मे
Layascha marutancha me mrutancha me yakshmancha me.
लयश्च मर्तं च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे लयश्च मर्तं च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे
Layascha marutancha me mrutancha me yakshmancha me namayacha me.
लयश्च मर्तं च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नाम यच्च मे लयश्च मर्तं च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नाम यच्च मे
Jivatuscha me dirghayutvancha me.
जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे
Dirghayutvancha me namitrancha me.
दीर्घायुत्वं च मे न मित्रं च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे न मित्रं च मे
Jivatuscha me dirghayutvancha me namitrancha me.
जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे न मित्रं च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे न मित्रं च मे
च मे भयं च मे सुगं च मे
च मे भयं च मे सुगं च मे च मे भयं च मे सुगं च मे
सुगं च मे शयनं च मे
सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे
शयनं च मे सुषा च मे sorry शयनं च मे सुषा च मे सुदिनं च मे
शयनं च मे सोषा च मे सुदिनं च मे शयनं च मे सोषा च मे सुदिनं च मे
सुगं च मे sorry did you have a question oh, sorry सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सुषा च मे सुदिनं च मे
सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सोषा च मे सुदिनं च मे सुगं च मे शयनं च मे सोषा च मे सुदिनं च मे.
Okay, let's all chant the first 3 lines together, and we'll do that 2 times through. Shancha me mayascha me priyancha me no kamascha me saumanasascha me bhadrancha me shreyascha me vasyascha me yashascha me bhagascha me dravidamcha me yantacha me just 3 lines.
So we don't. Where are the lines ending? Is the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yours is different than English. Okay.
You have
Okay.
you have line
Ending
endings?
with yanta chame.
Oh, okay.
English has like one.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. Ending with yanta chame.
Right.
One more time. Shancha me
mayascha me priyancha me no kamascha me saumanasascha me bhadrancha me shreyascha me vasyascha me yasascha me bhagascha me dravidamcha me yantacha me.
Okay, let's try going from dharta chame to siran chame.
Okay. Dharta cha me kshemascha me dhritischa me vishvancha me mahascha me samvitcha me jnatancha me suscha me prasuscha me sirancha me. Dharta cha me kshemascha me dhritischa me vishvancha me mahascha me samvitcha me jnatancha me suscha me prasuscha me sirancha me.
And now let's try from layashchama to the end 2 times through.
Layascha maritancha me mritancha me yakshmancha me namayaccha me jivatushcha me dirghayutvancha me amitrancha me bhayancha me sugancha me shayanancha me sushacha me sudinancha me.
Layascha
Chamarutancha me mritancha me yakshmancha me namayaccha me jivatushcha me dirghayutvancha me namitrancha me bhayancha me sugancha me shayanancha me Susha cha me sudinam cha me.
That's very good. So typically, according to tradition, it's good to chant like the entire Anuvakam in one breath. I don't have anywhere near that kind of lung power, but those who do can work on, you know, extending your ability to chant more and more in one breath. So typically, from the beginning until the end of the line or the end of the Anuvakam, wherever the danda or double danda comes in, that's supposed to be one breath. But most of us can't do that, so we take our breaths, as smoothly as we can while chanting. So let's see, what time is it? It's 3:24, but we started around 3:05, around 5 after. Okay, so let's try chanting it all from beginning to end, all together one time, and then we'll go back to the beginning of Lagunyasa. Shancha me mayascha me
priyancha me no kamascha me kamascha me saumanasascha me bhadrancha me shreyascha me vasyascha me yashascha me bhagascha me Dravidancha me Jantacha me Dhartacha me Kshemascha me Dritishcha me Vishwancha me Bahascha me Samvitcha me Jnatrancha me Suscha me Prasuscha me Sirancha me Dayat Martancha me Mritancha me Yakshmancha me Namayatcha me Devaduscha me Dirghayutvancha me Namitrancha me Bhayancha me Sugancha me Shayanancha me Sushacha me Sudinancha me. Very good. And when something is this long and kind of goes on and on and on forever, that's when it's really important to pay attention to where the holding comes in and the rhythm. Otherwise, you end up just going until you get to the end. But because it's so long, it really forces you to pay attention to each and every syllable. Is there holding or is there not holding? What is the rhythm that I should be chanting? So it's more important to pay attention to that when it's this kind of a long, long, long line. All right. And one more thing is, a lot of the anuswaras here are followed by cha. You will notice. So they all become anja, anja. You don't say, for example, priyam chame. It is priyan chame.
Okay.
Right? Because it's followed by the cha 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 group.
In becomes an in.
In becomes an in sound. Throughout you will find that. In a lot of cases. Not everything, but many of them.
So now we'll go back to the beginning of Lagunyasa. And we'll just try chanting together one time through.
It's in the same Rudram folder. Let me see if I can find it. Found it?
You guys read in English? Yeah.
He started on that.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll just bring it up here. Lagunyasam English, right? Okay.
Sorry, my voice. Athatmanam
Shivatmanam Shri Rudrarupam Dhyayet शुद्धस्फटिकसङ्काशं त्रिनेत्रं पञ्चवक्त्रकम् गङ्गाधरं दशभुजं सर्वाभरणभूषितम् नीलग्रीवं शशाङ्काङ्कं नागयज्ञोपवीतिनम् व्याघ्रचर्मोत्तरीयं च वरेण्यमभयप्रदम् कमण्डलवक्षसूत्राणां धारिणं शूलपाणिनम् ज्वलन्तं पिङ्गलजटाशिखामुद्योतधारिणम् वृषस्कन्धसमारूढमुमादेहार्धधारिणम् अमृतेनाप्लुतं शान्तं दिव्यभोगसमन्वितम् दिग्देवतासमायुक्तं सुरासुरनमस्कृतम् नित्यं च शाश्वतं शुद्धं ध्रुवमक्षरमव्ययम् सर्वव्यापिनमीशानं रुद्रं वै विश्वरूपिणम् एवं ध्यात्वा द्विजः सम्यक् ततो यजनमारभेत् अधातो रुद्रस्नानार्चनाभिषेकविधिं व्याख्यास्यामः आदित एव तीर्थे स्नात्वा उदेत्य शुचिः प्रयतो ब्रह्मचारी शुक्लवासा देवाभिमुखः स्थित्वा आत्मनि देवता स्थापयेत् प्रजनने ब्रह्मा तिष्ठतु पादयोर्विष्णुस्तिष्ठतु हस्तयोर्हरस्तिष्ठतु बाह्वोरिन्द्रस्तिष्ठतु जठरे अग्निस्तिष्ठतु हृदये शिवस्तिष्ठतु कण्ठे वसवस्तिष्ठन्तु वक्त्रे सरस्वती तिष्ठतु नासिकयोर्वायुस्तिष्ठतु नयनयोश्चन्द्रादित्यौ तिष्ठेताम् कर्णयोरश्विनौ तिष्ठेताम् ललाटे रुद्रास्तिष्ठन्तु मूर्ध्न्यादित्यास्तिष्ठन्तु शिरसि महादेवस्तिष्ठतु शिखायां वामदेवस्तिष्ठतु पृष्ठे पिनाकी तिष्ठतु पुरतः शूली तिष्ठतु पार्श्वयो शिवाशङ्करौ तिष्ठेताम् सर्वतो वायुस्तिष्ठतु ततो बहिः सर्वतो अग्निर्ज्वालामाला परिवृतस्तिष्ठतु सर्वेष्वङ्गेषु सर्वा देवता यथा स्थानं तिष्ठन्तु मां रक्षन्तु अग्निर्मे वाचिश्रितः वाग्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि वायुर्मे प्राणे श्रितः प्राणो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि सूर्यो मे चक्षुषि श्रितः चक्षुर्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि चन्द्रमा मे मनसि श्रितः मनो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि दिशो मे श्रोत्रे श्रिताः श्रोत्रगुं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि आपो मे रेतसे श्रिताः रेतो हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पृथिवी मे शरीरे श्रिता शरीरगुं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि ओषधिवनस्पतयो मे लोमसुश्रिताः लोमानि हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि इन्द्रो मे बले श्रितः बलगुं हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पर्जन्यो मे मूर्ध्निश्रितः मूर्धा हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि ईशानो मे मन्यौ श्रितः मन्युर्हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि आत्मा आत्मनिश्रितः आत्मा हृदये हृदयं मयि अहममृते अमृतं ब्रह्मणि पुनर्म आत्मा पुनरायुरागात् पुनः प्राणः पुनराकूतभागात् वैश्वानरो रश्मिभिर्वावृधानः अन्तस्तिष्ठत्वभृतस्य गोपाः ॐ अस्य श्रीरुद्राध्याय प्रश्नमहामन्त्रस्य अघोर ऋषिः अनुष्टुप् छन्दः सङ्कर्षणमूर्तिस्वरूपो योऽसावादित्यः परमपुरुषः एष रुद्रो देवता नमः शिवायेति बीजम् शिवतरायेति शक्तिः महादेवायेति कीलकम् श्रीसाम्ब सदाशिवः प्रसादसिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः ॐ अग्निहोत्रात्मने अङ्गुष्ठाभ्यां नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने तर्जनीभ्यां नमः चातुर्मास्यात्मने मध्यमाभ्यां नमः निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने अनामिकाभ्यां नमः ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः सर्वक्रत्वात्मने करतलकरपृष्ठाभ्यां नमः अग्निहोत्रात्मने हृदयाय नमः दर्शपूर्णमासात्मने शिरसे स्वाहा चातुर्मास्यात्मने शिखायै वषट् निरूढपशुबन्धात्मने कवचाय हुम् ज्योतिष्ठोमात्मने नेत्रत्रयाय वौषट् सर्वक्रत्वात्मने अस्त्राय फट् भूर्भुवः सुवरोमिति दिग्बन्धः ध्यानम्
Apata. Do you want to try it? We'll try chanting it together.
Okay, sure.
No
Did
worries.
we cover this last time? Dhyana?
Not in the thing, but for last week, since we didn't meet,
Oh,
I
we just
put the
recorded
sound
it.
recordings.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so not everyone may have had a chance to practice, but we'll just chant it straight through. Just do your best. Dhyanam
आपातालनभस्थलान्त भुवन ब्रह्माण्डमाविस्फुरत् ज्योतिस्फाटिकलिङ्गमौलिविलसत् पूर्णेन्दुभान्तामृतैः अस्तोकाप्लुतमेकमीशमनिशं रुद्रानुवाकाञ्जपन् ध्याये दीप्सितसिद्धये ध्रुवपदं विप्रोऽभिषिञ्चेच्छिवम् ब्रह्माण्डव्याप्तदेहा भसितहिमरुचा भासमाना भुजङ्गैः कण्ठे कालाः कपर्दाकरितशशिकलाश्चन्दकोदण्डहस्ताः रक्षारुद्राक्षमाला सुलभितविभवा काम्बवा मूर्तिभेदाः रुद्रा श्रीरुद्रसूक्तप्रकटितविभवा न प्रयच्छन्तु सौख्यम्.
There's actually a small typo in the first verse. It should be siddhaye. Dhyaye deepsita siddhaye. I just put regular DD, but it should be DDH. Siddhaye. That should be a Mahaprana.
The fourth one, yeah.
Yes.
And Sulabhita Vibhusha? This is a different variant.
It's, there's so many variations, and it's very hard to verify these shlokas anywhere in any text. In Mantra Pushpam, it's completely different.
I think it's Vibhava.
I thought it replaces. It says Prakatita Vibhava in both.
In both things.
Yeah.
In Mantra Pushpam.
Yeah.
What does it say in yours?
Let me check that.
Brahmanda Vyapta Deha Bhaditam Vibhava.
So yeah, Vibhava,
Sulavita.
Sulavita. I think I tried to follow what we have in Devi Padakas.
Devi Padakas.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, we can think about
maybe
it.
we can think about it. Yeah.
We'll discuss. Okay, what?
Just change the Lagunasam, okay.
Well, these are Dhyana shlokas, and a lot of time with Dhyana shlokas, there's variation. So even in some of the mantras that come at the very end of Namakam, some traditions, they chant it slightly differently. Because that's not actually from, those mantras at the very end are not part of the main Namakam. Like if you look in Yajurvedam, there's a certain part where one of the chapters is Namakam, and then the next chapter is Chamakam, 2 chapters later. So, but the part at the end, starting with Triambakam Yajamahe, those are not in that chapter. They're selected Vedic mantras from other parts of the Vedas. And one of them is actually Rigvedic. So there are more variations in those kind of parts because it's not coming from the same exact location of Yajurvedam. So Dhyana shlokas also, there's often some variation. So that's just how it goes. So we're trying to sort of nail down something that, everyone in the community can follow nicely. So we'll think about